Good Monday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia First Alert Weather Center with the weather update here on your May 19th, 2025. Now, before we get going, we always like to say thank you and welcome aboard to any new followers here on our page. And if you're not yet a follower, or if you're not exactly sure, what I need you to please do is go down to the link down below in the comment section. It'll take you right here to the main Facebook page. And you can hit that like button in the upper right-hand corner. And that way, you're officially a member here on the North Georgia First Alert Weather Center Facebook page. Now, if you happen to be watching over here on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future content. Well, we got plenty of weather to give you on this update. We do have a slight chance of some isolated severe weather here for the rest of your day on Monday, perhaps maybe sneaking up into northeast Georgia. I'll show you that. And then we're also watching for another round of severe weather going into Tuesday night. And then after that, we got to watch a big cool down coming. So we got a lot of things, a lot of changes coming your way. So let's go ahead and dive in here to our latest look here as we're looking at Lake Lanier. Not looking too bad out there for right now as things are looking pretty decent out there, but we are going to see some changes coming our way here real soon, and we're going to have to watch out for some inclement weather. So we're going to get into that. Also looking here as we're looking over toward Blue Ridge. Yeah, Blue Ridge is not looking too bad. We got a few clouds around in the area, but really not looking too bad. A few peaks of sunshine, but generally looking pretty good. Although a little muggy outside and a little bit above normal, that's for sure, across most of our area. Got one more day of that. I promise you some cool weather coming our way. All right, let's go look at the radar right now. We're all quiet here for the moment. We're watching some activity up in Tennessee that may sneak down into portions of northeast Georgia. We do have a slight risk for severe weather in this path up in here, but I don't think it's going to amount to a whole lot. Okay, we got the stationary boundary up here toward the north. That's kind of the writing of the trigger mechanism here that may bring in that isolated chance for severe weather. I know a lot of areas are covered, but I don't think a lot of folks are going to see anything. It's going to be very spotty, okay? So if you don't get it, don't get mad at the weatherman, but you might get a few areas up here across, I think, northeast Georgia especially looks like the target zone. Here are those thunderstorms right there. You kind of see them there kind of flaring up there with a bit of that lightning data there in the central Tennessee. This is going to kind of slide down this way, and it's right along that boundary where I think we might see an isolated severe thunderstorm. So if you're in across, say from maybe near Blue Ridge, heading over to Blairsville, over to Clayton, and into that northeast corridor zone, that's where we got to watch here for later this afternoon. Going to wait for the big storms back here in Tennessee, or Texas, in Oklahoma. They're going to have a severe outbreak out here, and I'm going to be doing some live coverage there on my YouTube channel. I'm just going to watch this get going here a little bit later into this afternoon. All right, so here's that, again, that slight risk right there. Watch that complex of storms going to ride down this way. So again, anywhere up in this northeast corridor, that's where you're going to see it. Again, I know it looks pretty broad, but you can't exactly pin down the exact motion of a few isolated storms. I just don't think we're going to see a lot of them. So if you get one up there, don't worry, just some brief gusty winds. I think the tornado risk is pretty low here. That's really back off toward the west, but we're going to watch this as we go ahead. Now, I do want to take you forward here and show you what happens when we go into day two. So if we go into our day two here, again, we're going to watch what looks like a squall line coming at us here. And it looks like this is going to be coming in at night, sometime between 8 and 10 o'clock. So this will be weakening. It's coming in at night. We're losing that daytime heating, which is also a big factor here. But some strong gusty winds, maybe an isolated tornado. I think it might be a tornado watch sneaking into North Georgia with this line as this comes on through. But once it moves on through, we'll see things begin to improve here across our area as we go into Wednesday. Wednesday looking a whole lot better. Now let's go ahead and look at your forecast here. I'm going to go switch this back over here to the model data here. As we're looking at the short term, again, this is not really showing all that much, okay? This is going out till 4 in the morning. Here's that little cluster right there. See that? So it looks like a glancing blow for northeast Georgia. That's what we're looking at here, right there. Boom, going for this afternoon. We'll see if we get on that. Again, a few scattered showers possible for tomorrow, and then we'll see things begin to settle down briefly before we watch the stuff coming at us at night. So let's talk about what we're going to see for the nighttime one. So let's go ahead and look at this as we're going to be looking at, I'm going to look at the longer range here. Let me switch this over to the 12Z, and we're going to watch this go on through. So here we go. Watch what happens here is we're going to see some scattered storms here going into your Tuesday. There's a few scattered showers there in the morning. See a few scattered showers there. And then as we go into that night, that's where things are going to start to kind of getting a little bit hot and heavy here. Okay, so here comes as we go in towards your Tuesday. Here comes that squall line. Again, coming in looks like around 10 o'clock. So getting up there around northeast Georgia around 10 o'clock at night. And again, we'll have to watch these very carefully coming across midnight. See the hefty thunderstorms coming on through. And then it comes on down through Atlanta as we go to 3 in the morning. So there's the time window right now as it currently is tracking. Looks like between 10 o'clock and then tracks on through as we get toward 3, and then we'll see things begin to improve. Once this goes on by, we're going to see improving weather, folks. It's going to look pretty good. Very nice behind this system. So let's go ahead and look at your forecast maps. Let's go ahead and track you through this again as we kind of watch the timestamp there as to kind of highlight the cold fronts moving on through here. So as we go in towards your Tuesday, again, we're looking pretty quiet here. Again, a few morning showers possible there. Going into Wednesday, here comes the frontal system that's going to be moving on through. Again, it'll be sometime Wednesday night, or Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, I should say, as this moves on through. And then as it comes on into going to Thursday and Friday, very delightful. We're going to have temperatures running well below normal here, 70s and 50s. Some parts of North Georgia Friday morning are going to see some 40s. I can promise you that. And in the mountains, it's going to be very cool. Saturday, maybe an isolated shower coming in here. Same for Sunday. I got limited rain chances there. And then I do spike the rain chance up a little more here on Monday. Right now, the Weather Service is still kind of blowing it low. I'm going about 50-50 right now on the Monday forecast. That 7-day, we'll fine-tune that forecast as we get a little closer to it. I don't think the Memorial Day weekend's going to be a washout. It'll be cooler, but I'm not expecting a washout the way it's looking right now. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look right now at our forecast for tomorrow. Another hot day, another steamy day here in North Georgia. So looking at warmy. I think it should be warm. Warmy and muggy. I guess we could say that, right? 89, 69 there. Again, a scattered shower thunderstorm not out of the question. That's about 20% in Gainesville. The further north you're going up there towards Dahlonega, 30. Blairsville's closer to 40, 50. So it depends on where you're at. The further north you are, the better rain chance is going to be. Further south, it's going to be drier. So that's how we're saying. So low rain chance here, higher rain chance up here. That's how it's shaping up for 68. Again, an isolated thunderstorm here possible for this evening, especially down in here. And that's that rain chance for tomorrow. Get ahead of myself here. This is where you'll see the higher rain chances up across the north. Very limited down here to the south. 90 in Atlanta, 88 in Calhoun, 84 over in Blue Ridge, and 87 degrees over in Dahlonega. Here goes my regional weather, 86 and 85. Best rain chances up here with the severe weather threat coming in across Memphis and Nashville. 89 in Mobile, 92 in Columbus, 94 in Savannah, 96 in Jacksonville. We're going to get a break. This is not sticking around. We got a nice big cool down coming our way as we go toward Wednesday and especially Thursday and Friday, looking pretty good. Here we go with the 7-day, okay? All right, so we got that chance of rain. This chance of rain is early Wednesday morning, by the way. We know that's going to be early. We'll have some clearing skies in the afternoon, 81, 68. Getting a little bit breezy. Check out that wind, 10 to 25 coming in out of the northwest. And then look at it, 76, 59 on Thursday, 74, 52. That's going to feel awfully good. You can't complain about that in the end of May because I promise you, we probably won't see nothing like this until we get to the fall. 76, 54 there. Again, limited rain chances through the weekend. I do have a kind of a partly sunny, mostly sunny. And then Monday's forecast, we'll go 50-50 right now on the rain chance. That's probably going to change on day 7. Right now, I'm not expecting a washout on Memorial Day, but I do think it'll be a higher chance for rain coming at us. So get ready for some active weather. Again, we're going to watch for an isolated chance of a storm, possible not. I'm not worried about that. We do have that squall line that's got a little more energy with that, but it is coming in at night. Boy, these things coming at night, that's a plus because we don't have the daytime heating to feed those storms. So it does make a big difference. So we could see a severe thunderstorm or two, not out of the question. But once this goes on by, guys, we've got some beautiful weather here to wrap up our work week. Again, I do appreciate everybody here helping us. Our channel is slowly but surely growing. We're inching closer to 10,000. That gives us the Facebook professional status return there. Still waiting to get data on our old page to see when we're going to be able to merge those together. I really don't have the time to contact those guys to find out, but that's okay. We'll get there one day at a time. So again, ask your family, your friends. Our goal here is to become the premier #1 weather source for everybody here across North Georgia, and hopefully you guys can come along for the ride. All right, that's it for now. You guys take it easy. Be good, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next update. Until then, y'all have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.